Hi class, welcome to our online week. Here's our agenda for this week. I wanted to make some comments about the discussion board from last week. Thank you all for those who participated. I have gone through the different threads in the discussion forums. You remember we had 3 of them. One talking about our chapters, one discussing the video that was shared from EdWeek, and the third one related to our case discussion. Please do return to the discussion board so you can see what are some of the latest comments. I also want to remind you that you have questions that I'm asking you to draft for Dr. Grogan's visit. What I'd like you to do is to please, the directions are in the Google Doc, and in this week's folder, you'll see that there is a link and the information for you to submit your questions. The third thing that I want to talk a little bit about is the class bibliography. I know that at least one of you has started to add your entries in there. Please do be sure that you add your entries. This week's folder also has a section that lists the class bibliography and has the live link to it. So that is one of your assignments for this week. And then we have our class discussion via VoiceThread. VoiceThread is a tool that allows us to hear each other and to be able to mark up the documents that we are discussing about. What I have done is I have put each chapter's questions in a separate VoiceThread document. Chapter 8 is the chapter that has one question that is associated with it that you must answer. Chapters 20 and 22, you can choose which question you want to answer from each of those chapters. What I've done is I've taken all of your questions for chapter 20 and put them in a PowerPoint slideshow. When you decide which question you want to respond to, please forward the slide to that page. I am reading each of the questions aloud as well so that you can see what that looks like. VoiceThread also has a tool that allows you to mark up a document. So that means that if there's a certain word that you want to circle or something you want to star, pull one of the different colored pencils and you can mark it up on that page. For this part of the assignment, you also have 2 things to do. One, I'd like you to please change your avatar. Initially, your avatar will just be your initials. Please change that to an image of you or an image that represents you. And I have included 2 videos that are how-to videos that will help you to change your avatar and to navigate VoiceThread. Also, Andrew has already done this in another class. So, one thing that's great is that you can go ahead and reach out to your classmates. To do your initial responses, please have that done by Saturday, March 31st. Responses to your classmates are due by Wednesday, April 4th. So when you have done all the reading and listened to your classmates' responses and shared your own responses, I have a reflection question for you. I'm wondering, how might a leader use technology tools like VoiceThread to engage or collaborate with other stakeholders? Now looking at next week, your readings are as follows. You have Freely and Skrika's chapters 4 to 7, where we'll talk about leading for learning. And then you'll also be reading and presenting your article that you have chosen to review. Another assignment that you have for next week is to read over the questions that have already been submitted for Dr. Grogan's visit with us. We are not necessarily going to have time to ask her all of your questions. So what I'd like you to start to do is to look at what's there and think about how we may find trends or patterns in the questions that are being asked and which questions we may want to prioritize. I'm planning to send her the questions ahead of time, so this needs to be done in a timely fashion. And then also please remember that you have your article review. I hope that you enjoyed this week's online course. I look forward to hearing your comments and I hope that you're having a wonderful week. Thank you.